Hi everyone, I wanted to do a no-nonsense guide on how to reroll in Infinite Magicraid, and there's a lot of misconceptions that goes on, and I believe this is the best way that you should go about rerolling. So first of all, you just want to register using your email. I'm using a temporary email here, and you want to get your verification code. So while we wait for the verification code, I would like to talk about using the same email to reroll multiple accounts. So it's most likely the case that you will not get the hero that you want on the first attempt, and you will of course still would like to use the same email for subsequent rerolls. So what you can do is, if this is your normal default account and your reroll the first try doesn't work out, you can change the capitalization of any of the letters of your email. For example, I can change this R to capital R, or I can change this E to capital E, and so on. And every time I change the capitalization, it counts towards a different email. So now, let me just put in the verification code. And once we put the verification code in, you can just click register and start. And now we'll just go through the tutorial, which is pretty straightforward. And as we go through the tutorial, I'd like to just cover a few things. First of all, when rerolling, you should always have a target in mind, meaning that you should have an idea of which characters you want to get. For example, Lance and Marcus are both really strong characters you can get in the early game. However, at the same time, you shouldn't limit yourself to only hoping to get one character, or the best character, in which case most would say it will be Lance, because it's simply not realistic for you to keep rerolling until you get one specific character. And instead, you should have a few characters that you'll be happy to get, and you can find a list of good characters for the early game in the Infinite Magicraid Discord. And I'll put a picture on screen about now, which shows like a bunch of characters which are all good to get, and if you get it'll be more than sufficient to complete campaign and a lot of beginner content. Secondly, it's important to keep track of the events that are ongoing in Infinite Magicraid. There are some weeks where it's better to start a count than others. In this case, this week we have a Double the Legend event, and this is one of the best events you can have when you're starting an account, because you get 2 legends instead of 1 when rerolling. Lastly, it is also important to create an account on Fridays when a new server opens, and if you don't create an account on the latest server, you definitely fall behind because other people will have had more time to progress and you'll be playing catch up for the rest of the server. So now we'll just keep progressing until we complete stage 110. So as you can see, we have now completed stage 110, and now we just go on to the main city as they asked us to, and do our free wish. So every hero you've gotten up till this point, including this one, is all guaranteed each time, and none of these characters are very good. And now we just continue claiming whatever they ask us to claim. So now just click here and claim the rewards. And now we can go back. And at this point, you want to claim all the codes that we can. So first off, just click here, copy and go, and paste. And now click your profile, settings, redeem code, and there are 5 codes that you should be redeeming. I'll put them in the description. So as we're doing this, there are actually more codes than the 5 that we're redeeming that give you good items, but these 5 are the most important when rerolling because they give either gems or runes. And the rest are items that, while important, are not essential for rerolling, and you should only put them in once you've decided to keep the account. So once you're done with that, you're gonna click here, follow, and put in this code into the Discord bot. So there's a lot of misconception in this part, but it's quite straightforward. Once you enter the Infinite Magicraid Discord, just go to the top right ZH07 bot, click it, paste the code you copied, and just send it to the bot. And you'll see that immediately we get the rewards in our inbox. Once that is done, click the top right to go to the shop, period pack, and claim all the daily, weekly, and monthly pack rewards. At this point, you can go back to wish, and you'll see that we have enough wishes for 1 guaranteed legend. And this is where what you do depends on if there's any events going on. So if there's no events going on, such as double the legend event, which is what's happening now, or featured banner, which is also happening now for certain heroes which are good, or limited time exclusive reruns, which is also really good, then if there's none of those, then you would just do your max wish over here and see what legend you get, and depending on what you get, you will choose to reroll or not. But in this case, since I'm aware that there's a good event going on, which you can do by checking the Discord and just asking if there's anything worth looking out for, you will want to first complete campaign up to stage 210, because at stage 210 you unlock events. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we've completed stage 210. Now just follow what the game tells you to do. And once you're here, just remember to collect the free rune over here, and you want to go back. So now you can see that we've unlocked the event section, and depending on when you create your account, the events will change. But we'll go through the more important ones. First of all, this mixer event will always be a thing for new users, and you just want to collect everything that you can. It's also important to mention this Nova Trial event, where every day you can collect 100 of these heart tokens for a total of 7,000 tokens. And this is really important because you can claim 2 of these hero selection chests, and 99% of the time you want to get this character Mackin, who is the strongest epic damage dealer and will help you complete campaign quite easily. So in the scenario where from your legendary pool you get maybe a good tank or good support, Mackin can cover the damage roll for you. So at this point you also want to take a look at all other events that there are in when you create the account. So as mentioned, we currently have double the legend event, which is the most important one. And we have some other important ones such as this one, which is always available just for the 10 free runes. And currently we also have this event, and you can just try our luck. So there are some events such as this one where you have a really low chance, for this one it's 2%, to get a limited time exclusive chest. And it is possible that you reroll specifically until you get this chest, but I do not recommend it because the chance is just extremely low and not really worth your time. And as you can see, we didn't get anything very worthwhile. And besides that, there's not many important events. So now that that's done, we can go to the wish and do our guaranteed legend summon. We got Faxian, who's pretty mediocre, and now from the double the legend event. Also something not very good, Edith. And once you do your first 50 summons, what you should do is go back to your gallery and claim all the gems and wishes that you have. While you're at it, if there's any achievements or anything that you've completed for gems or wishes, just remember to claim them. And now you just want to use up all your remaining summons. So what I like to do is with my remaining gems is just buy the amount of runes needed such that I can just do a times 10 pool, and it saves a lot of time. So here I need 11 of the miracle summons, 5 of the miracle wishes and 11 of the excellence. So I'll just do that using the remaining gems I have in the market. So I need 5 of this. And 11 here. And now just use up your remaining summons and hope you get a legendary, which I did not in this case. You can see over here, also no legendary. And finally use the Supremes. and we didn't get anything. And every time you use up all your summons here, just go back and check your gallery if you've unlocked any more summons. And again, just spend your gems. And now you can see that we have 0 wishes left, and in the gallery we don't have any gems or wishes left you can use. So at this point you want to go to your hero gallery and click this button to display everything you have, and just have an idea of what you've gotten and whether the account's worth keeping. So in this case, even though I have some good epics like Wim, Liz, Olivia, who's not too bad as well, my legendaries aren't what I was looking for, so in this case I'll reroll. If you're unsure in which cases you should reroll or not, you can always take a screenshot of this page and send it to the Infinite Magicraid Discord, and many people will help you and tell you whether the account's worth keeping or not. So this is where you would choose to reroll or keep the account. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If there's any other advice you need for the early game, please let me know and I'll try and make a video for it. And see you next time.